It was a Tuesday morning in New York City. People were buying coffee. Kids were walking to school. Taxi drivers were honking their horns. The city was loud, alive, and completely unaware of what was coming from the sky. Tom Reyes was sitting in his office on the 14th floor of the UN building. He had a cup of cold coffee in one hand and a stack of boring reports in the other. He was tired. He had not slept well in 3 days. His phone buzzed, then buzzed again. Then his computer screen lit up with red warning messages. Tom sat up straight. Tom, what is this? His assistant, Leo, burst through the door. His face was pale. His hands were shaking. Leo, sir, no RAD is on the line. NASA is on the line. Every military base on Earth is calling. They detected something big, coming from outside our solar system. Tom, how fast? Leo, too fast. Faster than anything we have ever seen? Tom stood up slowly. He walked to the window and looked at the clear blue sky. Somewhere up there, beyond the clouds, beyond the stars, something was coming, and it was not friendly. Scientists at NASA had been tracking a strange signal for 3 days. They thought it was a comet. They were very wrong. Dr. Sarah was at the NASA control room in Houston when the signal changed. The object on her screen split, not into 2 pieces, into thousands. Sarah, no, everyone get down. The objects were missiles, long, dark, and moving like nothing ever built on Earth. Each one was the size of a school bus, wrapped in a glowing blue shell that pulsed like a heartbeat. Sarah grabbed her phone and called Tom directly. Sarah, Tom, listen to me very carefully. Those are not rocks. Those are not comets. They are weapons. And they are already entering our atmosphere. Tom, how long do we have? Sarah, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Tom closed his eyes for 1 second. Then he opened them. He had to be calm. He had no other choice. Tom, sound every alarm. Wake up every world leader. Get every military on standby. And pray. The missiles hit at 9:47 in the morning. There was no sound at first. Just a bright white light that swallowed the entire sky. Like the sun had crashed to Earth. Then the sound came. A deep, heavy boom that shook the ground and cracked every window. In the city, people fell to the floor. Car alarms screamed. Birds fell from the trees. Then the fire came. One missile hit Midtown Manhattan. It hit Times Square, right in the heart of the city. The explosion flattened 16 city blocks in less than 5 seconds. Over 2 million people were in that area. Most of them never knew what hit them. Tom watched it happen from a helicopter above New Jersey. He saw the fireball rise into the sky. He saw the smoke swallow the skyline. He said nothing for a long time. Around the world, the same scene played. Paris, Shanghai, Lagos, Sao Paulo, Mumbai. Each city hit by at least 1 missile. Each one left behind nothing but fire, dust, and silence. In his bunker under the White House, the president stared at the screens showing city after city in flames. President, how many missiles total? General Petrov, 212. Madam President, 47 hit populated areas. The rest missed, or maybe they were meant to miss. Maybe this was just a warning. President, a warning? General Petrov, if they wanted to destroy us completely, they could have sent 10,000 missiles. They sent 200. They wanted us to feel it. They wanted us to be afraid. The room was quiet. Then Tom's voice came over the radio. He was still in the helicopter, watching New York burn. Tom, then let's make sure they regret giving us time to react. Something happened in the hours after the attack that nobody expected. The world did not break apart. It came together. Every old argument, every border dispute, every political fight stopped. Because everyone on Earth had seen the same fire in the sky. Everyone had lost someone. Everyone was angry at the same enemy. Within 6 hours, every world leader was on a video call for the first time in history. Not just allied nations. Everyone. Old enemies sat side by side. Countries that had been at war last week now spoke as one. French president. We have never faced anything like this. But we are still here, and we will fight. Chinese general. Our satellites tracked the missiles to their source. The signal came from beyond Mars. Whatever sent these is still out there, waiting. Tom, and we need to decide right now. Do we hide or do we fight? One by one, every leader on the call gave the same answer: fight. Tom nodded. He looked at General Petrov, sitting next to him. Tom, Yuri, we need everything. Every missile, every soldier, every scientist, every pilot on Earth. General Petrov, you will have it. All of it, Tom. Good, because we are not just defending Earth anymore. We are taking the fight to them. Far away, beyond what human eyes could see, a massive alien warship moved through the dark. On its bridge, a tall gray figure with long fingers and black eyes stared at a holographic image of Earth. This was Emperor Vorn, ruler of the Velhari Empire. He had watched over 200 civilizations fall to his weapons in 300 years. He was not worried. VORN. They are scared now. They will send a signal begging for peace within 48 hours. They always do. His advisor, a small creature named Surak, looked at the data screens. Surak, my emperor. Their military networks are not going dark. They are becoming more active. They are preparing something. Vorn. Preparing what? They have no ships. They have no weapons that can reach us. Surak. Not yet. Vorn waved his hand. He was not interested. He had never lost a war. He did not understand what he was dealing with. Tom gave the world 1 week to grieve. Then he called the meeting that would change everything in a massive underground bunker beneath Geneva. The greatest military minds and scientists on Earth gathered in one room. Over 300 people, 30 different languages. Many had never agreed on anything before. But today, they were all listening to one person. Dr. Sarah stood at the front of the room. Behind her was a large screen showing a single alien missile recovered from a field. In Brazil, it had not exploded on impact. Sarah, this missile is not just a weapon. It is a message. It tells us exactly what they have, how they think, and more importantly, how they can be beaten. General Petrov. Doctor, explain. Sarah, the missile runs on a dark energy reactor. We have never seen this before, but our scientists have been thinking about dark energy for 30 years. We just never had the money to build it. Until now. She pressed a button, and a new image appeared. A rough blueprint of a spacecraft. Sarah, we can reverse engineer this missile. We can use its engine to build ships, not in 10 years, not in 5, in 60 days. The room exploded with noise. People shouted. Some laughed. Some looked terrified. General Petrov, 60 days? That is not possible. Sarah, 6 months ago, getting every nation on Earth to agree on anything was not possible, and yet here we are. Silence fell over the room. Do it. Sarah, you have every resource on Earth, every factory, every engineer, every dollar. Build us those ships. Sarah, then let us get to work. What happened in the next 60 days was the greatest building project in human history. Factories in China worked 24 hours a day. Engineers in Germany redesigned the alien engine 3 times to make it work with human materials. Welders in South Korea built the hulls. Pilots in America trained in simulators. Sarah barely slept. She lived in the lab, drank too much coffee, and ate too little food. But every day, the ships grew. On day 30, Tom visited the main construction site in Nevada. He stood in front of the first completed ship, 300 meters long, shaped like a dark arrowhead with glowing blue lines along its sides, powered by the same energy as the alien missiles. Tom, what are we calling her? Sarah. The workers have been calling her the Defiance. Tom, Defiance. He nodded. That was exactly the right name. By day 53, they had 12 ships. Not enough to fight a full war, but enough to make a point. And the pilots were ready. Commander. Zoe Chun was the best pilot on Earth. 15 years in fighter jets. Never lost a dogfight. Short black hair, sharp eyes, and a habit of chewing her pencil when she was thinking hard. When she first climbed into the cockpit of the Defiance, she closed her eyes and ran her fingers along the controls. Zoe, okay, you and me. Let us go show them what we are made of. On day 41, something unexpected happened. A small ship entered Earth's atmosphere and landed in the Sahara Desert. It was not a missile, not a warship, barely big enough for one person. Inside was an alien, but not like the ones who attacked them. He was taller than a human, with blue-gray skin and large amber eyes. His hands were raised. He was alone, and he was shaking. The soldiers who surrounded him were about to open fire when Tom's voice came over the radio. Tom, hold fire. Bring him to me. The alien's name was Kale. Through a translation device on his wrist, he spoke in broken but clear words. Kale, I am not your enemy. I am Velhari. But I did not want this war. Many of us did not want this war. Vorn does not speak for all of us. Tom, why are you here? Kale, because I know things. I know where the fleet is. I know how many ships they have. I know the weakness in their shields, and I want to help you win. Tom, why would you betray your own people? Kale reached into his jacket and pulled out a small photograph. An alien city burned to the ground. Kale, because Vorn did that to my home, we refused to join his empire. He does the same to every world he touches. I am tired of watching it happen. You are the first species that has fought back. I want to make sure you win. Tom looked at the photo for a long time. Then he looked at Kale. Tom, welcome to the team. With Kale's information, the plan became clear. The Velhari fleet was sitting just beyond Jupiter, waiting, certain that humans would give up. They had done this to dozens of species before. Attack once. Wait. Watch them beg. They had no idea what was coming. On day 62, Tom stood in the control room and looked at 12 ships on the launch pad. Tom, Zoe, are you ready? Zoe, born ready, Commander. Tom, Yuri, final checks? General Petrov, all 12 ships armed and ready. Crews at full strength. We are good to go. Tom, Sarah, the weapons? Sarah, loaded and locked. We took everything they sent at us and made it better, made it ours. Tom took a long, slow breath. Tom, then let's go. For everyone we lost. For a moment, no one spoke. Then, one by one, every person in the control room stood up. Around the world, at every base and city that was still standing, people stopped and watched the screens. The 12 ships rose slowly from the Nevada desert. Their engines glowed bright blue. The sound was so deep it could be felt in the chest. And then, with a flash of light that lit up the night sky for 1,000 miles, humanity left Earth for the first time in anger. General Petrov watched the ships disappear into the stars. He was a hard man. He had seen many wars, but his eyes were wet. General Petrov, Go well, children of Earth.